Evening, Miss Ruby. Pour me something smooth, if you would.
Coming right up, Dusty. Nothing smoother than my sarsaparilla draft. Brewed just right, chilled proper, and poured with care.
Now that's fine drinking. Sweet with a kick of spice, smooth all the way down, worth every coin, Miss Ruby.
Whiskey, finest whiskey this side of the Rockies. Half the price of that Saloon swill.
Miss Ruby, set us up with 2 glasses of that Ruby Red Reserve. Nothing else'll do.
Yeah, none of that watered-down stuff in jugs. We want the good bottle with the red seal. Heard it goes down smoother than a lullaby.
I told you, worth paying double. You ain't tasted whiskey till you've had rubies.
Now hold on, that feller out there's selling cheap as dirt, yet your bottles fetch twice the price and folks line up for 'em. Ain't that backward?
Dusty, whiskey's whiskey, but a brand makes it something more. Look at this seal, this label. Folks don't just see liquor, they see my name, my promise. That peddler sells a drink, I sell a story.
A story? All I see's whiskey in a bottle. Ain't the liquor the only thing that matters?
If that were true, sugar, this room'd be empty, and that poor feller outside would be raking in coin. But take a look round you. Every man here paid double for mine. Why? Because they trust it. They know what they're getting. And more importantly, they know how it'll make 'em feel.
Oh, you're saying it don't just taste better, it feels better because of the name?
Exactly. Branding works like a spell, Dusty. Give one man whiskey from a plain jug and he'll call it cheap swill. Pour that same whiskey into a fine glass with my seal on it, and suddenly it's smoother, richer, like it was aged in heaven itself. Their tongues don't change. Their minds do.
So the bottle and the name can trick a man's senses?
Not trick, sugar. Guide. A brand whispers in their ear, this is special, this is fine, this is worth remembering. Folks believe it, and belief makes it true for 'em. Half the flavor's in the drink, the other half's in their imagination, stirred up by the brand.
She's right, Dusty. This here's the only whiskey that makes a man feel like a king.
Had cheaper stuff yesterday, tasted like ditch water. This, smooth as silk.
See there? Same mash, same distilling hands. But with my mark on it, they'll swear it's the best whiskey west of the Mississippi. That's the spell of a brand, plain as day.
Reckon there's more power in that red seal than in all the barrels stacked out back?
Now you're catching on.
How'd you come to know all this, Ruby? Seems like wisdom from another life.
Another life, indeed. When I was young, I was a company girl. Worked under men who stamped their names on every crate, every bottle, every contract. Their names outlived 'em, Dusty. Meanwhile, the rest of us, girls serving drinks, keeping accounts, we were ghosts, forgotten soon as we left the room. I learned then, a name ain't just letters. It's power. It's the brand folks remember, even when the man or the woman behind it's long gone. So I built mine, brick by brick, bottle by bottle, till folks came not just for whiskey, but for Ruby.
So you turned a drink into a legend?
That's the trick, sugar. Anyone can sell whiskey, but not everyone can sell belief.
Now, Ruby, I hear what you're saying about names and promises, but I still don't rightly grasp one thing. How can folks knowing they're paying double, maybe triple, still keep buying? Don't their purses feel the pinch?
That's the beauty of it, sugar. When a brand's strong, people don't feel like they're spending more. They feel like they're getting more. They don't measure just the drink, they measure the pride of ordering it, the comfort of trusting it, the shine of holding something others admire.
Oh, the price itself becomes part of the spell?
Exactly. Make something too cheap and folks think it's trash. Price it higher with a fine name, and suddenly it feels worth savoring. A brand don't just mark what's in the bottle, it tells folks what to think of it.
And just how far can you stretch that spell? How much higher can you raise the price before folks call it daylight robbery?
Depends on the brand, depends on the crowd. Some men'll pay 3, 4, 10 times more if the story's sweet enough. Think of fancy city folk drinking champagne. They ain't buying bubbles, Dusty. They're buying status. They're buying a piece of a dream.
Oh, you mean a man like me could do the same? Build a name, a mark, and sell my goods for more than the next feller?
Of course you could. You build a business with no name, and you'll scrape by like that poor peddler outside. But give your trade a face, a story, something folks remember. You'll have customers waiting in line and paying gladly. It ain't just for whiskey, sugar. It works for anything worth selling.
Well, Ruby, what if somebody don't take kindly to the price? What if they storm out, swear never to darken your door again?
Let 'em walk, sugar. If they was counting pennies, they weren't the ones who'd keep the place alive anyhow. Better to serve 10 customers who pay double than 100 who grumble at a fair price.
Easy for you to say. Your saloon's the only light on this street, but what if I'm starting out fresh? What if folks laugh me down for asking more?
Then you hold your ground. Price tells folks what you think you're worth. Drop it too low, and you tell the whole town you ain't worth nothing.
Feels like gambling with my own future.
Every business is a gamble, sugar. The trick is stacking the odds with story, trust, and pride. That's the difference between a drifter selling trinkets and a merchant building an empire. But mind you, Dusty, a brand ain't just smoke and mirrors. You can fool a man once, maybe twice. But if the drink don't hold up to the promise on the bottle, sooner or later your name turns to mud.
So the brand's a promise, not just a trig?
That's right. A spell only lasts if there's truth weaving through it. My whiskey is good. Aged proper, bottled clean. The brand don't make up for quality. It shines a light on it. Without the goods, the brand's just paint on rotten wood.
So a brand's like a saddle. You can dress it up in silver, but it still has to ride true?
Exactly, sugar. Folks will pay more for the silver, but if the leather splits, they'll never buy from you again. Keep the promise, and your brand grows stronger with every pour, every deal, every handshake. So if you're thinking of building a brand of your own, remember, don't just sell the name. Live up to it. Guard it like you'd guard your own hide.
Reckon I got some thinking to do, Miss Ruby. You might have just lit a fire in me.